So, it's 2023, and we have already been blessed with, I think, one of the most critically disgraced animated shows in history, and that, of course, would be Velma. It's been pretty much universally hated across the internet. No one really likes this thing. Even the most hardcore feminists won't even really stand by it. So, I started thinking to myself, especially after the first trailer, this show really doesn't look like it's for me. It looks rather bad. It looks rather cringe, and I really wanted nothing to do with it. Fast forward to now, with some episodes having come out and more people kind of speaking their opinions on it. It hasn't really softened anything up. People still kind of hate it, but the amount of visceral hate that it gets is it's kind of mind blowing to me. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is just some feminist garbage. Kind of using characters to push their own agenda kind of thing. We've seen this before with other stuff. I really kind of just didn't care, I guess, about it all that much. But yeah, people really seem to hate this one for a lot of reasons. And I knew that I kind of had to check it out just out of morbid curiosity, just to see what everyone was so up in arms about. And honestly, after I watched it, and you guys might hate me for saying this, but I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good show. Now, don't get me wrong, it has its issues, okay? It has its problems, like a lot of shows have their problems, but really the foundation I can see is there. This show has a lot of potential to grow and get better. I just think that people are so bogged down by the Scooby-Doo name and what that should look like in theory that they're just not really giving this show a chance. And I'm here to really outline why I think that this show is grade A. And I'm going to get into a few reasons as to why I think that. Starting off with the characters, of course, because that was a big complaint for a lot of people. So let's start off with the main character, that of course being Velma. I really like the design that they gave her. They really gave her character a whole lot of depth. Depth that she obviously never had before, especially with the original version, in which it was very transparent. I really like that the depth that they gave her in this new one. It really just screams modern day, and I think that it really defines the character for what she is. I also really like how they kind of amplified her more feminist attributes and traits that she obviously had in the original. It was really hard to see. You have to be a really hardcore Scooby-Doo fan to notice it, but I really like how they brought that to the forefront in the show and showed, yes, she's a feminist bad bitch boss who will just wisecrack and nobody can fucking step on her, bro. Really showed her in a very positive light. I think she's a real inspiration for females everywhere. Daphne's Asian, which I actually didn't know. Much like everybody else, I'm sure we all thought that Daphne was a white ginger, as per the original displayed her to be, at least. Well, she might have been a redhead actually, but I don't know, one of the fucking two. Either way, we were wrong. It appears that she is of Asian descent. So, my bad, Daphne. I will check my privilege at the door, and I will respect that you are indeed of some ethnic diversity. I really like the way that she plays off with Velma, in the show, the way that they interact with each other. It's cute to see that they were friends, all that through all this time. She's a bit of a bitch, if I'm gonna be honest. She's a bit annoying at times. She can be a bit bratty, but that's okay, because every show's gotta have that one unlikable character who seems very kind of callous and fucking annoying on the outside, but deep down on the inside, they really got a heart of gold. And apparently Velma managed to chisel her way into there and slide herself right in between that heart of gold. Yeah, fuck Fred. Yeah, he's a fucking chump. Cis white male piece of shit. Shaggy. Norville. Jesus Christ. Norville is actually a pretty good character as well. A good interpretation of our boy Shaggy. I like that they also gave him a lot more depth too than he had in the original, much like Velma, and as a man with a whole lot of depth, I appreciate this interpretation greatly. I realize it can be very difficult to create original popular characters with a lot of depth. So you know, I understand why it's easier sometimes just to take existing characters and change their depth. So it reflects more with those of a bit more marginalized group, for instance. And then we have Scooby. So the plot of Velma is pretty simple in theory, you know, just a bunch of ragtag group of teens coming together, solving mysteries that those darn adult cops just can't seem to figure out. So yeah, you know, very simple when you look at it at face value, but when you dive more deep into it, there's a lot of hidden gems and lore throughout a lot of these episodes. So I think that one of the main things I want to bring up is kind of the meta commentary that goes on within this show. Very reminiscent of a Rick and Morty, if you will. A lot of references to what's happening in regards to what they're presenting in the show, criticisms of the show, you know, all that stuff. You know, they're 5 steps ahead of y'all already. Just right out, even the first episode has a scene like that.
The only hook a good show ever needs is good storytelling.
Then why was your favorite part of the Riverdale pilot when Betty and Veronica kissed?
Well, because I was instantly called out as tired in the scene.
No, it's because it was hot.
You can have it both ways.
No, you can't. Just admit, we are all secretly perverts.
Never.
Ah, did you catch that? See, they made reference to how bad something is, and then they go ahead and show it or actually do it, thus proving how actually terrible what they were saying actually was. So not only are you getting information on how to properly construct a TV show, but you're also getting examples within the show about how to handle these things. It really is the full package. I'm trying to tell you guys, Velma is a smart show. It's a smart cookie, man. This show's got layers to it, man. Oh, and don't even get me started on the animation in this show, man. The animation is so great, so fantastic, so solid, so tight. And you know, people roast it all the time. I see a lot of criticisms about it, and I don't get it. I really don't. I think that it's absolutely fantastic. Hello, everybody. Just wanted to put my 2 cents into here and just let you know that this is probably the one opinion that I actually do kind of agree with to some extent. I see a lot of people roasting Velma's artistic design, the animation is ass and everything, and yeah, it's bad, but I think in terms of design, I rather look at these character designs than something like Big Mouth, which looks like literally all the faces were copied and pasted, changed a bit of skin tone and slapped some hair and shit on there. And they also look like talking fish, which, you know, doesn't help either. The backgrounds, though, I will say are rather quite ass, you know. Half of them don't even really look rendered at some points, so that's kind of shit. You know, I'm not an animator, but they look bad to me. So yeah, I just wanted to interject my own little opinion in there. Carry on with the dick sucking, sir. So, would I recommend Velma to my family and friends? Abso-fucking-lutely. Trust me, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience extravaganza. This show will create memories that you and your friends will literally carry to your graves. One more thing I want to say. You need to go in with an open mind into this one, guys, okay? Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the critics. Don't listen to your favorite YouTubers. Don't listen to Twitter. No expectations. No judgment. And trust me, you'll get something out of this show. You'll get something. And you might even come to find that you like it, just like me. That's all I wanted to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you were all triggered by this video, unalive yourself.